Welcome back to News 3 today at 11. In March of 1825, a hero of the American Revolution visited Savannah as part of his farewell tour to the United States. Sounds like a concert, right? Later this month, the Green-Meldrim House will commemorate the 250th anniversary of General Lafayette's stop in the Hostess City with a special presentation. Jamie Cradle is the executive director of the Historic Museum. She joins us now with more. Thank you so much for being here today.
What a treat to be here today.
Well, listen, I said it sounds like a concert because he was really considered a rock star during that time.
I don't think anything has ever happened so big. See, we're getting ready for our big annual celebration.
Yes.
This was the biggest party that Savannah had to recognize the last surviving Major General of the Revolution. And so when he arrived in America in July of 1824, it got written up in the newspaper. So they were anticipating his arrival. And so they planned every second of his time here, from the parade to Masonic dinners and balls and things like that. It was a big deal.
Well, it must have been such a big and exhausting tour because he visited all 24 states at the time.
When he was 67, and with medical care the way it was, it's kind of remarkable. All 24 states. He traveled from Charleston here, and then he went to Augusta by steamboat, but then he took a carriage from Milledgeville, and then he got to New Orleans. He went up the Mississippi River. It was pretty remarkable.
Yeah, so what was going on during that time? It was the part of the nation's jubilee, part of the 50th anniversary.
President Monroe invited Lafayette back to America for this visit, and it was part of the celebration for the 50th anniversary of America, and it got people all excited, just like we're thinking about our 250th anniversary here, to get them excited about that.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're doing to get folks here excited about this presentation.
Well, there's a lot going on in Savannah to recognize him next weekend, but we have like pre-visit material, so we're going to talk about who he was and then about the experience in Savannah, so that when you go and experience that, you'll have a little bit of background, because we think the party was fascinating, but his life was quite fascinating. He experienced so many things, both in America and back in France, and I get very emotional about it. After France was America's first friend, and people remembered that. So in World War I, when General Pershing entered France, he said, "Lafayette, we've returned to repay the favor." So, you know, it's just sort of a, remember your friends and remember the people that espouse independence and equality.
So during your presentation, you're one of the presenters.
Yes, ma'am.
There'll be commentary, there'll be pictures.
Yes. We're going to talk about the material culture, the things that, the food and all of that. So I'm going to talk about the visit, and Raleigh Marcel will be talking about his life, and then we'll have some eclairs and toast a great man with lemonade.
Not with wine, with lemonade.
Yes, right. Okay. That's right. It's a family program.
So what made Savannah so significant during that time, though?
Well, one of the things that the city fathers thought would be a good idea was to promote the construction of the Nathaniel Greene Memorial. So he laid the cornerstone for that and the Pulaski Memorial, that was both built later. But again, to generate the idea of that was an important way to recognize these two revolutionary leaders. So I think that touched Lafayette, because he knew Greene and he was aware of Pulaski. So that was kind of a great thing. And we were a young city, and to put on a big party to recognize how much had happened since the founding of Georgia.
Yeah. So here's the information on your screen on how you can attend the anniversary of Lafayette's return. That will be Thursday, March 20th, 6 p.m. at the Green-Meldrim House. Tickets are $10 for the general public, free for friends of the home.
Right, and volunteers too. Just want to cover the price of treats.
Now, is registration required?
We would like that, just to know how many people are coming. Just give us a call or email us. That'd be great.
All right, thank you so much, Jamie Cradle, for joining us today. Here's more information on your screen. You can visit our website at wsav.com/Lafayette. Stay with us. We'll be back with more right after this.